question, the wonderful Cathy Bryant has been having stuff printed in prose short stories in magazines, and was adamant for quite a long time that she was not a poet.
Hasn't she been to that very interesting animal rights group that someone hosts?
It is indeed, yeah, the wonderful creative writing kind of drop-in place that my good self facilitates. Yeah, it's been really, really wonderful. Like I was saying earlier, it's amazing to see someone develop from I'm not a poet to sharing such really, really varied work like we're about to hear now. Please give a massive, massive round of applause for the amazing Cathy Bryant!
Wow. Actually, talking of people being mistaken for others, I've got a goddaughter who, whenever she sees Ozzy Osbourne on TV, goes, Cathy! I'm not sure whether I'm flattered or insulted by that. Anyway, right, my first poem. Oh, most of these are new poems, that's why I'm reading them. It's not, I never read old poems. Anyway, my first poem is a semi-nonsense poem about fruit, typical vegan, really. It's dedicated to Dominic. And it's called Plain Devil's Avocado.
Hey, like it.
Bananas are just plain cheeky, unzip their skin for anyone, raw or split with cream, every hungry Freudian's dream, along with a pair of melons or plums. So like cheesy, or am I just being coconut shy? If it does go pear-shaped, there's no reason to come quackly. You'll deduce that it's fine to walk the line like a drunk test. Melon, lemon, melon, lemon, melon, lemon, very quickly, which is as hard and fast as an unripe peach. Feel the current. Damson is as damson does, but I like every sort of berry. Don't get fig on your face, be grateful for them apples, whether plain or pine. But if you want a cherry, you're a bit late for mine. This is one where I said this isn't a performance poem. I won't be performing this, it's not a performance poem, so obviously I'm going to perform it. One of my favourite childhood myths was that the moon was made of cheese. Absolutely loved it. And in fact, my last boyfriend, who was from abroad, I sat him down to watch Wallace and Gromit's A Grand Day Out, and I told him it was a documentary about the British space programme. He's totally confused now. Anyway, of course, if the moon is made of cheese, then there are mice on it. I mean, that's logic, isn't it? So this is called Moon Mice. The happy squeaks of moon mice echo in their mad palaces, so very white, craggy and crumbling, nibbling, making columns and cornices, porticos and niches. Perfectly round earthwoman dances in the sky, dances in a dress of sea trimmed with sand and land. Oblate spheroids, as a niggling thought. Earthwoman laughs and spins slowly and gracefully round. See the sea so smooth, so cream cheese spread. One might drown, but the mice scurry swiftly. Tiny paw tap darts, pat pat in the cream, over the surface of the moon's 7 seas. The balance of solitude perfect, still silence but for the mice, the eek-reek squeak of pale rodents, pink noses a quiver beside me. I recline on a storm cloud couch in a scarlet velvet gown, sipping fresh diamond juice on the rocks, with a delicious icy numbness tingling on my tongue and in my nostrils. Nowhere need I but solitude and space, the blanched expanses of the compact cream globe. Moon Mouse runs up the sofa, black bead eye on me, whiskers working. Eat the cheese, I say, and she's gone. The intrusion of the sound apologises, excuses itself, and leaves. I sit and sip and smile, watch the moon mice rot and run, wave at the earth, my love, reach for the magic moon dust. Mouse, mouse, relax and chill. Stop running and feel your sheer sheerness, the cool cleverness of being. I see patterns and palaces. I live on the moon. Tomorrow I will breathe and leave grubby earth life such as it is. But this starless moon night, I am clean and beautiful and perfectly lunar.
It's great.
Really short poems now. Now, don't applaud. I mean, you've got important drinking to do, so don't bother because maybe every few seconds, no, so right. I think this one owes a slightly unpleasant debt to Chris Foster, and those of you who've seen this set might know what I mean. It's called Tea and Sex. Boy George famously said that he'd rather than sex have a cup of tea. Didn't it ever occur to George when in bed to have both? It has to me. Indeed, while post-coital partner is busy with mug, bag and spoon, why not seat yourself again by the light of the moon? Only for a choice to have one or the other, have both. Just request the right one from your mother. It's one of my bisexual poems there. It's called Her Light Touching Darkness. The sun of moons is her light. As she laughs, see her starty, hair waves quicksilvered. She draws me to her under deep pile, soft velvet fur of dark night. Oh, it's the first limerick I've ever written. Right. There was a young lady from Mars who kept alien spores up her arse. She passed in some humongous but quite twinkly fungus and said, "My God, it's full of stars." Right. Oh, it's one I can remember that, but I don't know where I read it. Anyway, I remember this one too. This is a clericue. It's a clericue. It's a great form. It's 4 lines. It's about someone. It's supposed to be funny. The first 2 lines rhyme and the last 2 lines rhyme. Many syllables as you like, that's all the rules. It's called a clericue. And this is called Praise Where Praise is Due. My most recent ex-boyfriend, during our post-coital rests, used to praise and thank Allah quite extensively for my breasts, which was desperately unfair, as it was actually I who brought up lifting bras and eating all the pie. All right. Oh yes. This is sad one, sad bit. It's called The Peach. She was truly a peach to behold, with downy skin of delicate tints, and succulent flesh for my eager mouth. If only I had known about the stone inside. Right, one more short one, and then this is called Onto You. Oh, I met this horrible woman recently. She was sort of all over me. Her on-off partner was sitting there next to her like this, and she was all over me. Anyway, it's called Onto You. Dirty dribbles of lies and insinuations like filthy fingernails or a fake smile exude from you like smoke from a doomed house. I am not sleeping in that house, I am onto you. You say all the right things, but sadly I recognise your partner's cindered eyes as she sits head down and silent while you tell me how great I am. Right, we're back to just long poems now. How long have I done?
Oh, you're doing good. You're all right.
Give me a sort of 2-minute warning. Right, it's in the bisexual poem. Then it's called Bi. When she lies on her side, there is a dramatic curve from just below her breast to her hip. Deep, deep, dramatic curve. Sharp fall and rise like the indrawn